Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Jim O'Toole, City Manager for Escanaba. Thanks for being here. Roughly 14 hours ago, we had a power outage out at the power plant substation. There was an explosion in the substation. Currently, there are engineers down there doing damage assessment right now. As a result of that, we've been out of power for a better part of the night. Our number one priority is restoration of power to our customers. We are trying to put a priority on residential customers because of the winter weather. We do have a temporary substation coming down from Iron Mountain. It should be here any minute. That's going to take 18 to 24 hours to get connected. And the reason we need to do that, right now the load's all on our west side substation out by Charter Communication. And that substation can't carry all the load. That's why we have to go to the rolling power outages to maintain the load. I just got off the phone at 3 o'clock with ATC, Wisconsin Electric, and a number of others coming up with a strategy. We have a full crew down at the power plant right now doing all of that. The power by the golf course and by the athletic field, it's been out the longest. That might be restored right now. They were hoping to throw that switch as I was leaving the electric building a few minutes ago. So that's hoping to go on. We're hoping to do 2 hours on, 2 hours off. We're going to alternate the north side with the Ludington Street, so it'll go back and forth there. And then we have 3 areas in Southtown that will roll into those 3 areas. We did activate the Civic Center as an emergency warming shelter and also a sleeping shelter tonight. The Red Cross has set up cots and sleeping quarters here in the facility, so we will be up and running on that momentarily. In addition to that, we are asking if anybody comes and they bring their pet with them to crate your pet while it's here. And then we'll take it from there. We do have food set up, as I understand it, and we'll have medical staff here as well. We have our water treatment plant operating on 3 separate generators right now. They're getting all set up. We're setting up that is a separate island, if you will, until we get our load all straightened out here. Bob Beerbaum, what am I missing, Bob?
As far as the shelter goes, if people are going to come and utilize the shelter, if you're on medicines, please bring your medicines with you. If you have portable oxygen, also bring that. Or if you have a concentrator, please bring that here also. The health department has done an inspection and everything is good to go as far as I know of.
Captain Sikorsky, anything public safety that we need to?
Yeah, we can be assured that there will be security staff here on site for the evening. Anytime there's a shelter, sometimes there can be some worries. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody rest assured there will be a security staff and it'll be safe. So that's our focus. Also on the road tonight, as far as in our community, we have extra patrols on. And thanks to the Sheriff's Office, they're going to put an extra patrol or 2 in the city as well. So there'll be plenty of patrols in the city. We feel very comfortable with what's happening now.
Yeah, one thing we are asking people to do is when your power is on, get your house heated up and conserve energy where you can. Okay, so we can get that load stabilized.
At this point, there was a question from a homeowner that was worried about the power going out at her home.
Yeah, they just threw the switch as I was coming here. Yeah, what's happening is as we're throwing these switches, some of the fuses. That sounds like, I don't know, but this sounds like a fuse problem. That's what happened on the south side this morning. We got that up and running. Well, over by the park. So crews are out swapping fuses right now, I'm sure.
Jim O'Toole was then asked about the other facilities that are available as warming centers, one of them being Grace Church in Gladstone.
Yes. Help me out. Remind me. Grace. It's been a long night. No, that's just warming for now.
He was then asked how the power outages might affect OSF St. Francis Hospital, especially those that may have procedures scheduled for Tuesday morning.
Yeah, we're trying to come up with one. We're hoping to keep St. Francis out of the rollout altogether.
The power outages, of course, have been affecting businesses throughout town, and there was one specific question about how the power outages might affect Kmart.
Well, we're working towards the 2 hours on, 2 hours off schedule. Right now, you probably went off at about 2 o'clock-ish, 1:45. Yeah, and it's probably 3:45 about now. So you'll probably be out another hour or two until we get into a rhythm, if you will.
The question then came from State Bank, where they wanted to know about businesses around them, how the power outages might affect one business over another.
Yeah, the alleys, in general terms, it'd be 1st Avenue South to 3rd Avenue North to about Stevenson Avenue. When it's off, that'll be the area off.
Jim O'Toole was then asked about the explosion itself at the substation over by the Escanaba Power Plant. That explosion occurred at about 1:15 this morning.
No, that's not at all. We don't know. We have engineers doing damage assessment right now. We will be briefed on that when we're fully informed. There's no speculation as to what it was. It was quite an extensive explosion at the plant. You saw the YouTube video. I finally saw it just a little bit ago. And you guys know as much as we know on that. I don't know the extent of that yet. Question back here.
O'Toole was then asked again about the timeline.
Well, I would expecting it at 18 to 24 hours. We will have staff calling the media to try to give them a heads up as to when the next move will be put into place.
He was then asked more specifics about the shelter that is being set up at the Civic Center in Escanaba.
I think we're setting up 25 cots at a time, and we have plenty of space.
He was asked also to say that the Meals on Wheels program will continue again on Tuesday despite any power outages.
Okay, the community action will be running senior meals tomorrow, including home delivery tomorrow. As usual, right? Yes. Okay. Anybody else? Yes.
O'Toole was then asked what's being done to help those that might not be in good health around the city.
Yes, we are. We have all the people that we've identified on breathing apparatus and whatnot, and we have a handle on that, so we're good there.
O'Toole then elaborated a little bit more on what's being done to restore power.
I mean, right now we do have a contracting crew in. Right now they're setting up temporary lighting out at the substation so that we can get work through the night. It's going to be dark in another hour or so. You know, I hope to know a little bit more. After this, I'm gonna go take a shower, about an hour nap, then I'll be back at it. Well, I think it's been a good response. We have everybody on board looking at this. So we have the best of the best experts. We have a crew came up from Green Bay. Our substation specialist came out of Chippewa Falls today. He got here about an hour ago. WE sent down 2 crews. I believe it was 2 crews out of Iron Mountain. City of Marquette called me at 6 o'clock this morning and is on standby to send a crew. So response has been very well.
Bob Bierbaum was then asked how the county is coordinating with its emergency center.
We're following the county emergency action guideline. We have declared a local state of emergency, which lets the state know, hey, we may be in trouble here right now. We've reached out to try and find resources, you know, the substation and some other things, and let the experts then decide what's going to work and what's not. We'll be monitoring this facility. We'll be monitoring, make sure that there are no other issues in our long-term healthcare facilities, the hospitals, and the critical care units.
O'Toole then went over one more time where the boundaries might be as far as the future outages here.
We're hoping the Ludington Street alley to alley from roughly Stevenson down to the Chamber, rotating that with the north side over here, back and forth. And then we have 3 areas in Southtown. We have, I'll call it original Escanaba down by the park, over by where you're at, by the golf course and the athletic field, and then right in between the two, 10th Avenue, between 18th Avenue maybe, would be the 3. And so we'll rotate. That's what we're shooting for. That's what we're shooting for. Yeah. Okay. Anything? Anybody else? Okay. Thank you. Be patient. Check on if you have any neighbors shut-ins. Please check on them, and we'll get through it. Thanks.